Hi everyone, and welcome to the 11th session of Microsoft NextGen Heroes. Today with the topic of browsing and deploying models from the Azure AI Foundry model catalog. So basically, this is our last session for this year, for this period. And I guess that we'll take a short break for these couple of months. Everyone is going on a summer vacation, and we're going to also do that too. So let's all enjoy for our last and the latest session from Microsoft NextGen Heroes. And I would proudly announce that today we have also a special guest who is a student just like us, an MLSA member just like us, and also a gold member of the Microsoft Student Ambassador community. So today we're welcoming Francis Nicole, who is from Bolivia and who is gonna take an amazing session in this amazing world of Azure AI Foundry and all its capabilities that we'll see really soon. Before we go to Francis and her presentation, let's see the agenda of the day. So basically, as per usual, we'll have an introduction to the host. So to those of you who are joining us for the first time, you'll have a chance to meet myself and also Marco to see what we have been doing this couple of months and to see what we have prepared for you also in the future. Then Marco will speak about Microsoft Learn, its benefits, and the newest features that came just this month. And also on the third part, we'll introduce our guest and we'll give her the floor to start the amazing event that's been waiting for all of you for today. And finally, we'll close up with our next session, which will be in September. So let's see how this all goes. So basically, I'll go with firstly, I'll introduce myself. So hello everyone again. My name is Boyan Ivanovsky. I have just graduated. So basically now I'm holding a bachelor's in software engineering. I'm also a Microsoft Learn student ambassador, and together with Marco and Nicholas, who unfortunately couldn't make to this session, but also greetings to him. We're all trying to spread tech vibes everywhere we go, both in MLSA and also in this amazing Microsoft NextGen Heroes community, which is a part of one of the biggest communities in Microsoft, the Microsoft NextGen Hero, the Microsoft Zero to Hero community. About my hobbies and things that I love about technology, I'm definitely a DevOps and Azure and AI enthusiast. I love to create fantastic AI solutions and also deploy them afterwards on the cloud and make awesome applications for everyone to use. So not to waste any more time on me, I'll just give the floor to Marco so that he can make his proper introduction. Marco?
Thank you, Ben. This was a wonderful introduction this Friday. It will get us all loose and ready for this amazing session. First of all, thank you to everyone for taking the time to join us today. And my name is Marko Atanasov. As Boyan said, I have one more year left in my software engineering degree at Finke. And with my experience in the IT field, I would like to share that I quickly found my love for DevOps and the tools that are being used in the everyday life of a DevOps engineer. I would like to mention that being part of MLSA and Microsoft Zero to Hero community has been a blast. I have made a lot of lasting friendships and also improved my professional life as well. Um, it's been a fun ride for me and Boyan these past almost 2 years. We learned a lot, we advanced a lot, and we're happy to be here every month to share some of the knowledge that we gained throughout this period. I would also like to mention something short about Microsoft Learn. If you haven't joined our community yet, you can join it on aka.ms/dream zero to hero. We are a part of the Microsoft Zero to Hero Learning Room, where we are around 6,000 members in the community. And it's a great chance for you to get involved, like me and Boyan and Francis, uh, and engage in the community. You only have to fill out a form, and then you'll be welcomed into the learning room. Apart from that, apart from Microsoft Zero to Hero, there are also other learning rooms that may be more of your fit, so you can easily browse through them and see what is for you. And now, without further ado, let's invite our speaker to the stage, Francis Nicole. Please take the stage.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. Well, now since my screen is being shared, so I will be talking to you in this session about an exciting topic that I found in my Microsoft Learn path, which is browsing and deploying models from the model catalog in the Azure AI Foundry. So well, I will be having a quick introduction for myself. Beginning with my name, I am Francis Nicole Baños Flores. I am currently a Gold MLSA this year, and also I am a lead of my local community in Cochabamba, Bolivia, and I am a student of computer systems as well at Universidad Mayor de San Simón, and I also have some international certifications in English. So, with that introduction, we will be introducing our topic, but first we have to understand which descriptions of natural language processing we have. So, beginning, we have to know that this type of artificial intelligence focuses on understanding, interpreting, and generating human language. So, for example, we have a speech to text. Also, we have a text to speech conversations, for example, when we are generating subtitles for videos, and as well machine translation, which for example is when you are translating text for English to Japanese, for example, or it can be another language. It can be French, Russian, English, or Spanish. It depends of us. And then the text classification, for example, this is like labeling an email or as a spam or junk mail, for example. And then talking about the entity extraction, and with this, I mean when you are extracting, for example, keywords or name from a document. For example, you have a PDF and you wanna have, for example, that the main topic of this essay, and you will be having these keywords like very quickly with these AI agents with artificial intelligence in the Azure Foundry portal, we have like in an easy way. And of course, the text generation that we all use with GPT and other models when we are generating like a short paragraph summary for like I don't know a multi-page document, for example. And of course, the main one that is about answering questions when, for example, you are providing answers to question like I don't know what is the capital of France, for example, or the last one, which is reasoning, for example, like asking for can you solve a math problem. So basically, this is like the main things we have in this session, but now we are going to develop it. And then this goes with browser language models in a model catalog. So, firstly, we have to select a language model for your generative application, which is very important because it affects how the application will be functioning. So, first, you have to understand that the user's question for your AI agent. So then after that, you have to give a specific context. For example, like you have to be acting like in a more formal way or in an informal way for your agent. It's very important. And then the last one about the response that you wanna give for your user's question. For example, I want you to be an AI agent which answers math problems specifically. So in a more direct and formal way. So you will have that type of bent. Or I want to be like more literally and be friend in a friendly mode. So it depends of the context. And this is how we are going to be the like having the whole uh, like topic of our AI agent, and then we go to the explore the model catalog, which will be like we will be having in this Azure AI Foundry portal, like we will be in the main page that you can navigate to the model catalog. So we like can explore different types of models. We have plenty, and of course available in language models that you can choose of your preference. For example, GPT, you can have DALI, Llama, which is one of my favorite ones personally. And before we are going to see how it's going to work our agent, we have to know that our models of exploring our language models, we will have in like for example Azure OpenAI, we have Azure AI Vision, which is very related, is very with connected with custom vision. If someone saw that, it's very very interesting. And the Azure AI speech, which I was like trying to do some tests with that, but I think is very amazing. And about the Azure AI language that we'll be seeing, the Azure AI content safety, of course, the Azure AI translator related to languages, Azure AI face, like recognition of faces, people, objects, the Azure Custom Vision, of course, with Azure AI Vision, they are very linked, and the Azure AI Document Intelligence that we'll be seeing, for example, with extract PDFs, extract some information or keywords from essays, I don't know, and the last one about the Azure AI Content Understanding and the Azure AI Search that, of course, you can navigate models, you can test this kind of agents. And of course, I will be explaining like very quickly about the responsible AI. So as humans, we know that it's very significant that we have like a benefit in making applications to be very friendly. So beginning with fairness, reliability and safety. We know that these AI systems must ensure fairness, like avoiding like biases in decision making, such as in a loan approval applications. And talking about safety and reliability, we know that especially in critical applications like I don't know autonomous vehicles or medical diagnostics, where this is more important, like we can have like some risk to human life. So we have to be very safety. And talking about privacy, of course, all your data has to be private. And inclusiveness, we have to make sure that our AI agents have to be like implemented for everybody and don't exclude anyone. And about transparency, of course, talking about how it works and what limitations will be expected about our AI agent, and accountability, of course, like us as developers, we have the responsibility for AI systems, ensuring that these models that we are training, validating, and implementing meet all the accountability standards. And about the comparison of benchmarks, test between models, for example. Well, in this screen, we are like going to see how these benchmarks are like report cards for language models, for example. They help like understand how is going to be the performance of our model, like by comparing with others using some specific tests or maybe tasks. It depends. Then, for example, then we have like some metrics that are commonly used to evaluate the performance of our language models. For example, the main metrics are like precision, like you have to, well, it have to be coherence, very fluency, and about GPT similarity. This is going to be like trying the different models that we will be seeing in a couple of minutes, the base and the relevance. So, of course, we have to understand that these metrics, we have to be more specific about this in training these kind of models, of course. And about deploying a model to an endpoint, we have like activity, for example, implementation of the model, like the call to the connection point, and talking about Azure OpenAI models. Of course, we will have like no, yes. Here, for example, you are not built for implementing an Azure OpenAI model in your project, or yes, you are built based on the token usage. Or Azure model inference, no, you're not built for implementing an Azure, and then goes. It depends. For example, to the call to the connection point is known for the topic of models implemented with user managed process. And well, so beginning with this, improving the performance of a language model. For example, in the screen we have like after we deploy a model to an endpoint, we can interact with it to explore how it behaves. So, for example, chatting with the model in display area is like a very quick and easy way, like to experiment with and improve this performance and see how it goes. Like with the beginning and the time we are going to try. And then for the part for applying messaging engineering, for example, by chatting with the model in the playground, you can apply several quick engineering techniques to explore whether the model output improves. For example, we have in this screen like write a description of a specific product, for example, a new bottle of water, and then we have like this answer. So we will be training and training. For example, like providing clear instructions, like being more specific about the output we want. So we will be as more as clear we are, as more feedback we give, we will have like more exact answers that we are expecting. And for the instructions, like the format, we can use like headings and outliners to make the question easier to read for the agent, for example, and the answers we want to train, of course. And then about using these prompts, we can provide some keywords or indicators of how the model should start its response, such as a specific coding language. For example, write a consult combination with names of clients, with I don't know, with some products, and for the last 30 days, and may I don't know, give me like in tables, make some order calls, and give me the ID client. So we now in the screen we know that he selected like the customer name, the customers, for example, from, and then we have like a great answer that we can use it. We can easily copy and try it. And of course the system message update in this part, like is that chat game area. We can view the JSON of the current conversation, but selection, for example, in JSON, and we can try it, of course, like in the previous one as well. And about the use one or few shorts, we can provide one or more examples to help the model identify a desired pattern. uh, and of course we can add a section to the system message to add one or more extra details. So as we see, we are adding, and we can try it as many things as we want, like the chain of thoughts, for example, like the guide the model to reason step by step by instructing him to think about the task. So, for example, we can say you are an AI system which helps people to find information, provide and step by step of your thoughts, and I don't know, give a explanation and all the details. So we can give like a prompt and say which sport is more easy to understand and more difficult to perform, and we will be having like a very detailed answer in that order. And of course, the main thing that is adding context. So to improve our model accuracy, we can provide some contextual or background information, like very relevant to our task. And the part of application of model optimization strategies, we can optimize for context when our model lacks of contextual knowledge. We want to maximize the accuracy of the responses, or optimize the model when we want to improve the responses format, like in style or voice, where maximizing behavioral consistency, as we see in the image. We have like what we want to know about the model, or the settings, the combined strategies, and extra information we can. And now we are going to pass through the demo, where we are going to see how we are going to explore, implement, and chat with this model language. So I will stop sharing this side and I will share my whole screen. Okay, so first in this video that I will maximize, as you can see more easily, first we have to, as we see in the demo, we have to put the Azure AI platform and we have to sign in. Well, when we go to the main part, we have like all the models we can search. For example, GPT, we can see the portal. For example, we are seeing like if you are accessing to aiazure.com, you have like the search bar where you can find a specific model. So where we have like GPT 4.1, we have like Llama, and more information about the models, for example, the safety, the cost, and other details, like important details. So then we have, for example, in this training, we are going to see like exploring some type of models. In this case, we will see the GPT-4o, which is a great model, and we have like details when we find it. We have like the breakpoints, like license and details. And then we will like go to the part of another model, which is pi for minutes, right, as well. So we can do the process and search it and see that we have some details, and we will now compare the model. So how are we going to compare it? And we are going to see right now. So when we go to the part of our models, we can see that we have some popular tasks like give me some answering questions, or we can put like only math or general content, like fundaments, or maybe only about coding. We can do many things, and well, we have like now we are going to see how we are going to compare these models. So firstly, we can clear all models. If you have implemented previously some models, you can eliminate them just in case. So you can only prove these two. So we have some metrics like as we are seeing now, and it depends. In my case, I put some math, fundaments, coding, and I was like testing all of it. And then we are going to see the part where we'll be implementing this side. So the first part, we have to create this model in Azure AI Foundry project. So how we are going to do it? So we have to go to the GPT-04 model like we are going to use. So as we see, we have to click. Then we have all the breakpoints, the general information. So as we see, I will be advancing a little bit the video. So we can go to the options advanced section, which we can give some specific details about the settings of the project, such as the Azure A Fund resource. We have to enter a valid name for our Azure A Fund resource. We have to select our Azure subscription. In my case, I have the Visual Studio Enterprise. We can detail or create or select a resource group, and of course our region, which in my case I put the STUS2, but it depends on your location. You can of course select depending which works more easy and faster for you. So after we like give all the details, we like have to validate if our names project and all the details that we have entered is like okay. As soon as we have like everything checked, we can click on create, and it will take like 7 minutes creating, but it depends, it can be like a few minutes, and I will be advancing a little bit in order we have it. So after we have implemented, we have to created. Now we have to implement this model. So we have like as we see the implementar or implementing model button. We click and it will take like a couple of minutes or seconds. It depends on your PC. And after that, after it is implemented, we have to go to the next part of the demo that I will be advancing. So we have to go to the playground part, which is in the left side, and now we have like this playground area, and so we will be doing the setup pin. So how is it going to be? We firstly are going to give the model some instructions and context field, like setting the system prompt to, for example, saying you are an AI system that helps, I don't know, solving some problems. So we will be like checking everything is in order. For example, the implementation, our AI agent name, and extra details. For example, now we are going to copy, for example, this prompt that we say to solve problems. This is like the way we want to our agent act in this test. So we will be copying that, and we will be giving like some details. We have to, of course, save it. in order to have it like everything checked. And after that, we will be now trying how it works, how this model is implemented. So in that case, we are going to try it with some query, which is a random query in this case. Like I think it's like I don't know, a paradox or something like that, but it will be generating this model in order to be as I said, he has to act. So like solving problems, so you are AI assistant. So as we see, we have like a step by step, like how it's going to be. Of course, we have tried to be more specific in our prompt in order to have like a very good answer from his part. Then we can like try another model. In this case, we will be comparing like two models. Now we have seen the GPT-04, but now we can try with the Pi 4 Mini Instruct, which is another model that we are also considering this demo. And for that, we have to go to my assets. We have to select the models plus endpoint, and we can go to in our platform as well and doing all the steps that we have done previously for implementing the GPT-04 version. I think this for this year, but we have to try it and see how it's going to be. For example, I will be advancing this demo in order you can see that we have to click in a new agent because it's a new agent we want to try. And what we are going to do is the main thing in this demo is that we'll be comparing two types of models and see how the same question they are going to be answering in different types. Like we will give like a very similar answer, but in a different way of like explaining to you, like detailing. So that is the main thing. And for that, we are going to go to the model catalog again, which will be the main part, and we will be searching the search bar like for Pi 4 Mini Instruct. We will be giving, of course, a valid name also, and we will be advancing a little bit. So here we have like the part that we are implementing this. So we can switch here between GPT-4, between Pi 4 Mini Instruct, and then it will goes to the another demo. I will pause this and go to the second one because I divided it like into parts, and this is the second one, which is like the continue of the another one. So we'll be testing the same things like as well as we did at GPT-4, but we are going to try like Pi 4 model, and we will be seeing the difference. For example, like we have the name, our names project. In my case, I was trying like many times with many names, so I have like this custom domain in use message that says it's invalid because I have like the same name. So you have to check that first. If you have like the same name in your project, you can change it easily. Once you do it, you only have to pause create, and well, you have to check it. And after you click in create, you will be expecting like as well a little bit before. Okay, now we have like check it. So I was trying like having a valid name, changing a little bit things about the our Azure Foundry resource. For example, I was like trying to have the accurate names in order that I would not be very confused about this. And after that, and after all is checked, we will be creating this project. It will take, as I said before, like a couple of minutes again, but It's not more than 7 minutes, I guess. And of course, then we have to implement it as well as we did in the other. So as we see, like it's charging. Then of course, before we try the model, we have to accept and continue all of the terms. We have to read it. After that, we have like ready our model, and as I said, we have to implement it. Like you can change your name. You have the option if you wanna change it, but in my case, no, I won't. But for that, I will go to the part of our training, which will be trying the same things that we tried before. So as well, we have like all our model catalogs, but we will be going to our playground. So now I'll be advancing a little bit, but we see this. So of course, in the same way, we'll be giving like how we want to our agent, AI agent, have to act, like his behavior and all of that, like giving all the context as we see. But the difference I saw, and I think is very important in this thing, like in the GPT 4.0, as we see, the behavior and the detailed context we give in the settings of the model. But in this, the difference is that we will be giving all the context, all the behavior of the model in the chat. So it's like you give in the chat his I don't know, prompt, and of course then you will be having like all the questions. For example, I said in the chat, as we see, you are an AI assistant that helps solving problems. It's the same query that I give to other model previous, but now we have like the performing instruct, and I give it in the chat. And of course, I copy and pasted the same query in order to see how it acts and how it answers. So it's the same paradox that I have a fox, I have a chicken, blah blah blah, and like asking for, can you explain it? How is your reasoning? So of course, like I was like having the answer of this, but I was like more wanted to try how these models act in the same question, same context. And we see that they have like different differences, but they act like very similar in this case. Of course, we have like llama and other models that we have that we want to try. For example, only I don't know, in math, or only on coding. Of course, coding is very important, and we can use it. For example, I don't know, give me some I don't know, backend for an web app, and for the login, and you can try it as many things as you want. So as we see in our playground, we can perform a further comparison. So we use the drop-down list in the setup pane to switch between your models. In this case, we have like the GPT-04, and then we have the PyForming instruct. So it depends. And well, you have some questions, you can ask me, and well, I want to return to the video. Hi, Bojan. Is there some questions?
Well, we are still waiting for questions, but I hope that let me just say that if anyone has any questions, they could just write it in the comments, and we'll answer them after the event. So take your time.
Great. So, like, in order to be ending our session, we will be having like a summary from this, which we have like in this session we have learned that selecting our language model from our model catalog, as well as we saw, We can deploy our model to an endpoint and a specific endpoint. We can test it, our model, and improve some performances. We have tried only two in this demo, but you can try as many as you want. And of course, if you have a specific question or see the events I make, you can scan this square and you can follow me in my social media. I have plenty, like I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and many social media. And as well, this is the core of my social community, which is Microsoft Learning Student Ambassadors Cochabamba and in Bolivia, in my country. So this is all the social media. We have the Facebook main page where we'll be having some hackathons, future hackathons here, in order to doing solve AI, solving some problems of our local issues. So it will be amazing combining these social problems with technology and how we are going to solve it. And the last thing, thank you so much for attending. And again, thanks for the invitation for the Next Gen Heroes for Bojan and Marco. Thank you so much for the invitations, and I hope we'll be seeing in next session.
Yes, this was a wonderful, wonderful presentation. Me for myself, I definitely learned a lot today. So thank you, Francis, for this wonderful presentation. Boyan, what do you have to say?
Yeah, thank you also, Francis, from my side. I have a question about the Azure AI Foundry and also all the services that you have shown. So basically, I want your opinion on the platform of Azure AI Foundry. Do you like it? And how do you see that platform like to progress in the future? So will we see some new interesting services, features, what the students can also do with the current ones, and what you especially like for this platform?
Something that I haven't tried in the demo and maybe in another time, but what I liked is the custom vision. So you can train, for example, how to identify a specific person, and you can give as many pictures as you want. You can give, for example, like 20 or 10 pictures of a same person and train your model to recognize. This is like very linked with facial recognition, and we can use this technology to, for example, the security of your country. For example, if you want to recognize some specific people or person in your country, you can do it with this type of technology. I was trying like with some Looney Tunes with characters movie and giving the model like can you recognize this person in different angles, like in front, back, and these type of models can identify this person very accurate. Like if it's like very blur, it can also recognize. So you can use this technology like in facial recognition, custom vision, of course in speech to text. Talking about language, you can like translate this session that is in English, you can translate, I don't know, in Japanese or French. And these main tools like are very useful for everything.
And do you recommend this platform to students, and especially those who are interested in Microsoft technologies, for example?
Definitely, I recommend this. If you have the opportunity to have Azure credits, for example, if you are a Microsoft Learning Student Ambassador, you have the chance to have like 150 credits of Azure, and you can try as many models as you can. You can like start these models, I guess, like in between $3 or $4 in my case for the demo, and then you can delete it in case you don't spend your Azure credits, but it's okay to try it. In my case, I will be using, for example, this technology for my a presentation of university of my proyecto de grado, as we say.
Mhm.
You can use it in different types, like solving problems, use it in some web applications or mobile applications, of course. It can be too, or just training a model for your work or for a company, a country. It depends.
Yes, yes. So this is wonderful. So basically, I'm really interested to get into this AI Foundry stuff because I haven't experimented. I'm mostly based on infrastructure DevOps stuff and not a lot with the AI things. Let me ask you, is the learning curve steep? They say that you need to know maths and you need to know a lot of background knowledge to get into AI. How does this compare to that? Is it hard to get into and hard to learn? What do you think?
Uh, well, I think these type of platforms are very intuitive. It's okay. You can
Mm,
easily understand how it works, the portal, and as well you have the option that I haven't shown, but you have the option of have a guide, a complete guide from a step. You can try from a specific model, for example, GPT-4 or Llama. You
mhm.
can ask for a specific guide, and it will say if you want to try a math problem, how to train your agent. You have very detailed information to develop this, and of course it depends of the context that you're going to use it.
I see. So basically, AI as a service.
Yeah, it's definitely a good
Wonderful,
service.
wonderful, great, great. That's all the questions from me. It was pretty clear and it was great, greatly presented. So yeah, for our next event, we'll take a bit of a break with um with our community. We'll go swimming. We'll go to the beach, and hopefully we'll see each other from September or October. We'll definitely plan big things for everyone in this community. We'll focus more on technical stuff. We'll focus on even more making even more events, sharing all our knowledge, me and Boyan. Everything that we'll do, every project that we do, we'll present it here, and hopefully we'll have an even greater number next season of you guys listening to us, giving us suggestions, and hopefully we'll become great friends, even better friends from now. So yeah, Buen, anything else to add to my side? And also
Yeah,
before I forget, uh, this was a wonderful presentation, Francis.
Thank you so much,
Buen,
Marco.
yeah, I think that you covered everything. It was a wonderful season, the first one of many, I guess.
yeah,
And I would say that this session was like a recap of everything that we have done till now. And basically, I hope that after some like months after we take that break, that we'll have an amazing time also from September. So yeah,
yes, yes. I definitely agree. So, guys, if you have any questions, please put them quickly in the chat. And if everything's clear, we were happy to have you. Thank you for your attention again for this event and hopefully for many others from next season on. And yeah, uh, it's been a pleasure. And thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thank
Goodbye.
you so much for the invitation, Marco, and bye bye.